it's Renee with Delaney Jane Cards. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a little video on this tag, well, 2 tags that I made. I am featured over on the Scrap Perfect blog, and I will link that below. But there's a little story behind this set of tags that I'm making. First and foremost, I'm using my most favorite stamp set in the history of ever. It is Paper Smooches Sunnyville. When this came out, I actually saved my money to buy it. It was one of those things. I needed it, and it's still like so adorable. I love it so much. Anyway, in my tiny little community of just a couple of thousand people, we have been dealing with the same things that all of you have been dealing with. And sometimes living in a small community is wonderful. The local grocery store has tried to keep everything in stock, and they have done a very good job. Not perfect, but as best as they can. And the people in our community have really pulled together as much as we can't be together. And the ladies in our community have started whining each other. They have started dropping off wine. We are literally playing ding dong ditch with alcohol here in the southeastern part of Wisconsin. It's so fun. As I'm voicing this over, I was actually wined or ding dong ditched tonight, which was super fun. But these are tags that go with 2 of my little packages that I am delivering. They contain a bottle of wine, of course, and some other fun goodies. I have seen all sorts of fun things that people are putting in their packages, and I just thought it would be fun to include something super happy in a couple of mine, so I decided to make these really cute tags. So back to why I am being featured on the Scrap Perfect blog. I am using their Scrap Perfect transfer foils and the Scrap Perfect best glue ever when I make these. And I did leave a little bit of the coloring in, just of one. I did them exactly the same, so I did not show you me coloring them both. And I just added a little bit of color to my cloud here. The sun was a 3-color blend, and then I used my RV42 for the cheeks. It's been kind of my go-to for cheeks lately. I don't know. It wasn't for a long time, but now I'm finding that I'm leaning that way. I like it. I don't know. You tell me. Is it a good cheek color? Anyway, so I used the best glue ever, and I put it at first. I always check it. I mean, I never ever have a problem with it clogging with this tip on here, but I always check it. And I'm going to use this foil. It's got like these laser kind of looking things on them. So I added some glue, and then I used a piece of Scotch repositionable tape, and then I pulled out a palette knife because I wanted this super smooth. I didn't want any bumps on it or anything, and I just laid that down there and made sure I smoothed it out. And I also added some to the cloud. Later on, I do something different with this. I just didn't really like how the foil looked on this cloud, so I did a little something different. So after it was all dry, I applied the foil. I used a bone folder and applied a foil. And by using that piece of tape, it kept a nice straight edge, but not a perfect edge. So I did use the Love from Lizzie, like clear, glistening. I don't even know what they are called. I don't think they have a name on them. Iridescent, maybe. Anyway, I just put one of those on there. I thought that finished that edge really nicely because, like I said, I tried to keep it nice and straight. It wasn't perfect. For the cloud, I wanted to add a silver lining to the cloud because, you know, when you're playing ding dong ditch with alcohol, it's kind of a silver lining to be in quarantine. So I did add a little Nuvo drops to that. I like that a little bit better than this foil on there. So I did die cut this tag out again with some red cardstock from my stash, and I just applied some foam adhesive to kind of one edge here, and I am going to offset them so that it's a little bit thicker. I have some raffia that I have looped through the top. I'm going to add some Spectrum Noir shimmer pen to the sun And the cloud here, I didn't add any to the bird, but I didn't think he needed any. And I will say this is the first time I've colored that bird anything but blue. And I think he looks amazing red. So just for future reference, if you have this set, the bird is cute in red. And then I added some little white dots to the cheeks. And I did tie a bow at the top of each of my tags. You've seen I had a die set out at the beginning, and I decided to just tie a bow instead. So here I just tied the second one up. I'd love to know what you think of my little tags. I did tie them to some wine bags, and they are filled with wine and candy and face masks and all sorts of goodness. So here's a couple still shots of my project. I would love to know what you think. I will have the blog post for Scrap Perfect linked below. And as I always say, give cards generously or wine. Bye.